Hey, this is your 60 Seconds of Stephen, where I bring you Stephen King facts and trivia in 60 seconds or less. But today is going to be a bit longer. I'm actually going to give you a little bit of a tutorial. In the past, I have done a video talking about going to the University of Maine's online website to get articles about Stephen King. Today, I thought I would actually show you a little bit more detail about that. So this should be interesting. Now, a really cool thing is you can go to digitalcommons.library.umaine.edu. You can also just Google it, University of Maine Student Newspaper Archive, and it's one of the first things that come up. But this is what the page should look like. So you can kind of see it looks like this. And then also you can kind of see the search bar over there. Now, when you go to the search bar on the left-hand side, now it might have been flipped on my camera, sorry about that, but basically that's what the page looks like. It's white, blue bar on top, it says the main campus. On the left-hand side, there's a search bar. In that search bar, you want to put a quotation mark, Stephen space King quotation mark, because if you don't put the quotes, it'll pull up everything with the name Stephen or the name King. Putting in quotes, you'll be able to just search for just that name. And then once you've done that and entered that search into the search bar, again, on the left-hand side, it divides it up by years. And if you expand that out by the more, you can look at years. And you can go and look at all sorts of different years. I went back to a couple of different ones. I went back to 1987 and I was able to find where he was the commencement speaker of the graduating class that year. And you can actually find the program for that graduating class. So, I mean, if you really want to, you could print out the program for your own records of him where he gave the commencement speech in 1987. Or if you go back to 1973, there's an article in there that he wrote where he's basically complaining about a critic on the campus. So it's kind of neat. You can find some articles he's written. You can find some stories he's written. You can find articles about him because he kind of got in trouble a couple of times. So it's an interesting way to just kind of check out his past if that's something you're interested in doing. I highly recommend doing it. I've got several articles that I've downloaded and saved. So if I ever get around to it, I can print a physical copy if I want to. So very cool. If that's something you like, let me know. Leave a comment if you find something you think is really cool. I actually did find an early version of kind of a gunslinger, proto-gunslinger type story that he wrote on there, which was kind of neat. So if you find any